The 2024 CrossFit Games are headed to Fort Worth, Texas, and the competition on the women's side is absolutely stacked with returning champions and inspiring comeback stories. With August quickly approaching, we're bringing you the top 10 stories to keep an eye on as the top women in the world battle it out for the title of Fittest on Earth. We're starting strong because the most decorated individual athlete in CrossFit Games history is back. Six-time Games champion Tia-Clair Toomey has returned, but her path to number 7 hasn't been without some adversity. Toomey was beat by Laura Horvath at the Rogue Invitational when she returned to competition just 5 months postpartum after giving birth to her daughter Willow. A wrist injury during the Open tempered expectations, but the fittest woman in history got back to her dominant ways at the North America East semifinal, winning 5 of the 6 events in spectacular fashion. The woman standing in Toomey's way is your reigning and defending fittest woman on Earth, Laura Horvath. After winning her first CrossFit Games title in 2023, the 4-time Games medalist added another feather to her cap at the Rogue Invitational as the first woman to beat Toomey in live individual competition in over 6 years. Horvath is the only woman besides Toomey since 2017 to podium in back-to-back seasons at the Games, and she held court in the qualifying stages by winning the Europe semifinal on the back of multiple event wins to set up a Texas-sized battle for the women's crown as she looks to defend her title and repeat as champion. One woman hoping to join in on the podium party this season is Laura Horvath's training partner and bestie, Gabriela Migala. Over the past 5 seasons, the former podium finisher in the teenage division has built herself into a perennial podium threat on the individual side, notching 3 consecutive top 10 finishes at the Games. After a career best finish of 4th in 2023, another improvement this year would mean adding another CrossFit Games medal to her collection, and after finishing as the runner-up to Horvath at the Europe semifinal, all signs point to Migala being in the mix in Fort Worth. A new home for the CrossFit Games in 2024 also marks the return of one of the sport's bright young stars in Haley Adams. A trailblazer for athletes making the jump from the teenage ranks to individual, Adams took 2023 off to prioritize her mental health, and after a change of scenery and coaching, she returned to live competition at the North America East semifinal and showcased some improved strength while still maintaining her signature engine and endurance en route to qualifying. Adams has finished every one of her 4 individual Games appearances inside the top 10, and a new outlook could help propel her into podium contention. Another former teenage athlete who enters 2024 with a ton of momentum is Alexis Raptis. Raptis put everyone on notice last year when she donned the leader's jersey for 3 events while cementing herself inside the top 10 for the 2nd straight season and finishing 6th overall for a career best. Raptis has a tremendous ability to avoid poor finishes at the Games. In 26 career events, she has just 3 finishes lower than 20th, and it's that type of consistency that will keep her in the conversation in Texas. Up next, we have the winner of the Most Improved award at the Games last year and the only athlete to take off her shoes and try to finish an event. But in all seriousness, Alex Gazan has had a meteoric rise in the upper echelons of the sport. At just 22 years old, Gazan is just scratching the surface of her potential after finishing 5th at the Games in 2023 and finishing 2nd at the North America West semifinal on the back of 2 dominant event wins that included an event record on Test 3 and the 2nd best time worldwide in the Test 6 finale. Gazan has now finished inside the top 5 in 4 straight in-person events as an individual and stands as one of America's best chances at a female podium in 2024. It's only a matter of time before Danielle Brandon catches fire and wins an event in Fort Worth. 4 times Brandon has taken the floor in person at the CrossFit Games, and 4 times she's unleashed some DBE on the field to walk away with a 100-point performance. DB finished 4th at the North America East semifinal to qualify for her 6th consecutive CrossFit Games, and anytime you have what it takes to win an event at the highest level, you are a threat at the top of the leaderboard, and Brandon has 3 top 10 finishes overall as proof. Emma Tall may be one of the more underrated athletes on the women's side coming into this year's Games, but the 4-time qualifier from Sweden doesn't mind that as she's been quietly climbing the leaderboard towards the top 10. Tall has improved her overall placing each and every year, resulting in an 11th place finish last season, which included her first career event win in Alpaca Redux. Tall is looking to continue the trend after finishing 3rd at the Europe semifinal behind 2 event wins and an event record with the best time in the world in Event 6. Arielle Loewen may do things a little differently than most Games athletes, but that hasn't stopped the fittest mom in America from achieving her podium dreams. Loewen trains in her garage gym and writes her own programming, and it was the perfect blend for her in 2023 as she finished half of the events in Madison in 6th or better to finish 3rd overall. The Texas native will now have the home field advantage as the Games move, and she makes her 4th consecutive Games appearance in Fort Worth after finishing 3rd at the North America West semifinal. Finally, if you're looking for a dark horse in this year's women's field, look no further than Paige Semenza, who in 4 previous individual appearances at the Games has improved her placing every single time year over year. In 2023, the Ohio State hockey alum finished 18th overall and will now have a chance to crack the top 15 for the first time this August in Fort Worth after cruising to a qualifying spot in the midst of a stacked North America East women's field. Semenza finished every single event in a qualifying position and is an athlete who could surprise some people when we get to the big show. The 2024 CrossFit Games will take place August 8th through the 11th at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Head on over to games.crossfit.com for more info.